I'm going to go over to some guesses as to what Erik Verlinde's theory means, or Verlinde, that's how you say his name. But the future holds a lot of new things now that we know, at least theoretically, that gravity is a particle, a very small, very dense particle system that happens to be widespread. So let's just go straight into a few things, some guesses. So we need to know that the Earth rotates. So if and when gravity is proven to be what Erik Verlinde proved with his math skills, we should pay attention to the fact there's friction on the Earth. So we're spinning around, and we're also spinning around the sun. And there's an even slower spin around the galaxy, but I don't think that would affect us so much. So Erik Verlinde proved that gravity is a bunch of particles. So we are tempted to think that we're just getting pushed on from every angle. But in reality, there's also a friction spinning, like how water spins when you make it go down some drain or something. And it spins differently on each hemisphere. So why it spins on each hemisphere differently, we need to take an approach related to Verlinde's theory. We also need to think about heat. How does conductivity work for heat and electricity? The fact that heat goes up and electricity goes down, we now have this dense particle system we need to take into account. And then light is something we should also pay attention to, because photons are assumed to be currently how light reaches our eyes. Even if there's a star 8 billion light years away, we can see it no matter where our eye is. So how many photons are there? I want to propose that photons are similar to waves crashing into, you could say something powered, similar to a light. So for an ocean, that would be like a dam. So if you see a bunch of waves hitting a dam and powering it and giving it electricity, we're tempted, if it's light, to say, oh, it's photons hitting or from a light and coming into my eye. And I'm like, well, what if waves crash into a dam and it powers the dam? Like, waves are just a visual effect. The particles are smashing together and making the water go up and get denser, and this creates a wave pattern. I believe photons should be kept into account.